Hi everyone and welcome, my name is Dora and this is my 28th update to my no-buy project pan. So I'm on a no-buy for certain makeup categories as well as for some skincare and beauty categories, and I've got different goal numbers for each of those categories. And once I hit a goal number in a category, that category moves out of this project and I'm officially allowed to buy a new product should I choose to do so. Right, in today's update I do have some empties for you. I've got one makeup empty, I've got a few skincare empties, and then I've got some extra random empties as well that I've just been collecting, and they're of products or categories that aren't in this project, but I still would like to share them and then move on and recycle them. I'm going to be updating you on numbers and categories as well. Things have shifted. I've done a medium-sized, at least for me, type of declutter where I passed on a lot of things to my friend, and where they are bits that are in categories that are in this project, I'll let you know if that has affected the numbers. I've also brought in 2 more products. One new that was a reward for my nail polish category. I'm on a low buy in my nail polish category. I've got the rule 5 out, 1 in, so I hit that goal and then rewarded myself with a new one, but you know, starting again with another 5 out, 1 in. And then I also took on a declutter that has affected my numbers in my makeup, in one of my makeup categories. I've just rewatched my intro for my skincare categories. I just sort of put them all into one big category and I had 77, actually that should have been 78 products in total. So now I've got the complete breakdown of how many of each subcategory of skincare do I have that's in this project, what's my goal. And with a couple of them I'll let you know where I'm at right now, and then the larger sort of overall every single item that is still within this project. That update is going to be my 3-year update in November. It's going to come around sooner than we all think. So make sure you stick around for that. I'm going to start off with the makeup. That's what I tend to do normally. And then we look at all the skincare and body care stuff after that. So I'm going to kick off with an empty. This is an almost empty, but I'm going to class it as an empty for today's update because I think I've only really got one more use on this item. This is already really uncomfortable to use and to apply. I have to take extra care and sort of, you know, tug at my skin to make sure that I've got a really smooth eye area as I'm applying this, because this is already quite painful. Yeah. Okay. So this was the e.l.f. No Budge Shadow Stick in Champagne Crystal. Super happy this is rolling out. I will not be saving, scraping whatever's left in the rest of the bullet of this pencil. I'm just going to recycle it and call it done. And that means that in my cream eyeshadow category, I am now down to 4 items and my goal is 3. I am super close on reaching my goal number. This is one of the original categories that I introed in November 23, yeah, or 22. Got 4 left, I'll show you what they are. I've got 2 more e.l.f. No Budge Shadow Sticks. This one is Perfect Pearl, and here's how much I have left of this. And then the next one, I'm just going to, you know, it's loose in there. This is Bronze Metal, so I'm going to just pop it out. And this is what I've got left of this one. It came out, I've just sanitized my hands, so yeah. And obviously I'm not doing this on a regular basis. So there's those. And then I've got a Kiko Milano long-lasting eyeshadow stick in the color 11, a beautiful lilac shimmery cream shadow, and this is almost new. I've only used this a couple of times, but it's a repurchase, although it was a different color code that I had previously. And the 4th one, Nude Sticks in Terra. This is the Magnetic Matte Eye color. And here's where I am with this one. So this is the only sharpenable one. The other ones are twisty ones. So down to 4, only 1 away. I'd love to hear your predictions. Which one do you think is gonna be the final one before I roll this category out of this project? If you're not new here, I'm panning some of them in my plan to pan, my 25 and 2025, so you will know a little bit more what I'm currently working on. Then I decluttered quite a few makeup products and nail polishes. I decluttered 4 nail polishes to my friend, and in that little gift bag I also included the LA Girl Illuminator, a highlighter. I knew I still really liked it, but I hadn't really used it lately, and it was definitely more like a summer bronzer for me. A bronzing highlight, if you wish, but yeah, put it into that category. And I know that she's gonna be able to use that so much more often than me before it expires. So I passed that one on to her. Forgot to take a picture of it, of course, but I mean, it's in plenty of my videos. And then also I gave her the e.l.f. Putty Blush, and I also gave her a Bare Minerals Loose Pigment Blush as well. So 3 items, plus those 4 nail polishes. We'll come to nail polishes in a moment. Again, those 3 items moved out of 3 separate categories, so that affected my numbers here and there. In my cream blush category, I'm now down to 3, and my goal is to be at 1. I'll show you those in a moment. And with my highlighters, I'm now down to 3, and I'd like to also be down to 1. And with my powder blushes, I was temporarily down to 3. I also want to be down to 1, but then I took on a declutter from my mum. And this is the Essence Matte Touch Blush in Bury Me Up. I have no idea how old this is. She just offered me basically all of her makeup. She's like, I'm not interested anymore. She's only using a Rare Beauty cream blush these days and a Laura Mercier cream stick, Caviar stick. And she's just sort of, you know, phasing out all of her powder product makeup as well as lipsticks and lip liners. And she wanted to give me everything. I was like, no, hold up. I'm just gonna take a few bits here and there. And then maybe next time I'll come and visit, I'll take a little bit more. But I took this one, and I think it's like a really interesting, nice color. It's very powdery. I've already worn it a few times and I quite like it. So back to 4. Just not the same 4 as I had before. As for the cream blushes, I'll show you all 3 of them real quick right now. So there's the H&M Do It All stick here, and I'll roll this up all the way as well. And to the plastic base, that's here. Really like this one. I can see in store that it's still available, and yeah, maybe one day once I've panned this, I might repurchase it. I've also got the Made by Mitchell blush in Rosy Posy. And then I've also got the Fenty matchsticks here, an orange one. And here's how much I have of this one. So 3 cream blushes. I had an empty cream blush in my last update, and then I gave that extra one away. So super happy with 3, but again, I would like to be down to 1 before I can buy a new one. As for the highlighters, I'm down to 3 now, like I said, and I'm really quite pleased to say that all 3 of them are in my everyday makeup drawer right now. I've got 2 stick cream highlighters. One is more like an illuminator, and I use them mainly under the Fenty blush stick. So there's this one by Dr. Hauschka here in the shade 04. This is all I have left. I'm just here once I'm down to the plastic base. And then I've also got the Soap and Glory Glow All Out Highlight and Sculpt Cheek Stick. I've got so much of this one, but yeah, depending on whether I've got like a more cool toned or warm toned look going on, I alternate between these 2 right now and then apply the Matchsticks Fenty one on top, like I said, and I'm doing that today, although of course I've got a powder blush on top. And then my 3rd highlighter is by Physicians Formula, and it's the Sunlit Glow Rosé All Day. And here it is. I really like it. I'm mainly using this to clean up my crease and to do a bit of highlighting for my brow bone as well. Daily use item, and yeah, so happy because highlighters were really, for the longest time, a category that I just ignored completely in my collection. So I'm very happy to be cycling through these things a little bit faster. Hopefully. So that was it for makeup, but then there are some changes to nail polishes. So my goal was to be down to 40. I believe at my last update I was at 43, and I needed to be down to 40 in order to potentially buy 1 more new one. I gave 4 away, so I was down to 39, and then I bought 1 new one, so I actually exceeded my goal. I had 6 out, 1 in. and I'm okay with that. I gave away a P2 Winter Glam Black and Silver polish. I also gave away the Beauty Woman Prost, a really dark burgundy red, almost black, as well as a Makeup Gallery orange shimmer polish, and then also Revlon Plum Seduction, so like a pinky plum type of color. So yeah, these all went to my friend, and then I bought myself this one here. So this is the Essence Satin Chrome Nail Polish in Robotic Rose. Sort of enjoyed this. I mean, I just thought, what a beautiful shimmery shade, and I really wanted this. So I thought, yeah, I'm down to my goal number. I can reward myself with a new one, but it is kind of streaky when you apply it. And I just forgot that I can achieve the same type of look and color by using eyeshadow, of course. And that doesn't give me like a streaky finish. So maybe potentially one to, you know, Franken into other polishes to make them more shimmery, to neutralize them a little bit. But yeah, I'm gonna play around with this a little bit more. I still like it, and I'm happy I bought it, I guess. But yeah, it'll be all right. So I'm at 40 now, and my new goal is to be at 35 before I can buy a new one. And that means if I'm taking on nail polish declutters, that number is fixed now. I need to be at 35. I don't know how this happened, but I completely forgot to tell you that I'm also decluttering some eyeshadow palettes. So as of my last update, I was at 46 eyeshadow palettes, plus 3 magnetic palettes, so 49 technically, I guess. But I'm now down to 42 because I'm decluttering 4. Super happy with that number. I'm now on a no-buy for eyeshadow palettes, and I'm doing an eyeshadow declutter project pan. I'm actually sort of doing a bit of a switch up there with no pan left behind, but I still have that goal that I would like to declutter a few more palettes by the end of the year. But I'm going to quickly show you what I am decluttering right now. And these are all empty because I have depotted the shadows that I would like to hold on to. They've already gone into my existing magnetic single eyeshadow palettes, and then I discarded the rest. So first of all, I've got the Natasha Denona Ayana palette here. I got this one from Ruth actually, and I've only depotted it. These are magnetic pans, and there are holes in the back, so you just pop a pin in there and you can get them out really easily. And because the hinge of this broke already, I just thought, you know what, I'm not going to deal with that. I'm just going to put it straight into my magnetic palettes and move on with my life and remove one little bit of packaging, you know. Small for an eyeshadow palette, but if I get really excited about rolling out a shadow stick, for example, you know, it's still decent size, and like we say in German, Kleinvieh macht auch Mist. Alright. There's also the Makeup Revolution Kombucha Kiss palette here. This was my Pan That palette for a while, and then I did Pan That palette leftovers a little bit. I still am, you know, I guess I'm still continuing because I saved a couple of shadows, and that's a project that was created by Taru, who I've linked down below. And yeah, here's what it looks like now. Depotted, taken out what I wanted to hold on to, Franken a couple of shadows, so I'm down to just 2 shadows, and the rest, yeah, the rest is history. I've also depotted most of the Revolution Chilled palette and then discarded the rest, mainly got rid of the pressed glitters. And here's this one now, so you can see that one shadow fell out, just same as the Kombucha Kiss, the glue had just become non-stickable by or the powder or pressed glitter in this case. So another empty packaging to recycle there, and then my 4th one is another Revolution palette. This is the Jewel Glow, and also I've taken out what I wanted to keep from this and got rid of the rest. So I'm very happy to move these 4 palettes out. I'm still on a no-buy for palettes. I will probably lift that in January, but I'll probably put myself on a low buy again rather than just, you know, do what you want. No, I very much want to keep my eyeshadow palette collection and consumption in check. That's it for makeup. Let's move into skincare, and I'm just gonna share immediately all of my skincare empties with you. I've got 4 skincare empties. The first one is a sample. This was This is the Lancaster 365 Skin Repair. I don't have the actual sachet that I finished anymore. I threw it out, so I'm holding up the exact same one because I've got 2 more, I believe. Yeah, so this wasn't empty, but I threw it away. Oh well. I also finished this half of a face mask, and this was by Shavens, like a luxury with gold type of mask. It was really nice. I put it on while I had a bath. It was lovely. I've still got the other half, so it's just, I don't count this as an empty in terms of a number going down yet for my face masks because I still have the other half, but just a bit of progress here. And it's still an empty, you know. I also finished the Fab Essentials Cool Wave Body Spray. I'm so pleased. I had 4 of these in my intro of skincare, so update 24. And at my last update, I told you I decluttered 2 of the unused ones. And yeah, 1 is done now, so I use this as room spray. Not a favorite scent. So I've got this room spray going now, my only one that's left. Also Fab Essentials, and this one is the New Roses Body Spray. And I've got a tiny bit of progress. So I was here at the pink line last time, and now I'm here at the blue line. And my final no-buy category is empty, is the Vitamin C Detox Skincare Energizing Facial Spritz by Superdrug. Really, really love this. It's a repurchase. I will repurchase this again. My phone storage was full, so what I wanted to say is that I am getting close to my goal number for face toners or face mists, and that means that I'm going to have to buy a new one very soon. That's exciting. So maybe I'll go into the breakdown of these different skincare, etc. categories now and give you the actual goal numbers and how much I started with in the intro. So my goal is to be down to 2 perfumes, and in the intro I showed you 12 perfumes and body sprays as well. I think I'm at around 8 now, I think. I know I've decluttered those 2, then finished this one, and I think I finished a perfume as well. So I'm guessing I'm at 8, but again, these correct numbers will come in future updates by November, my 3-year big update where I show you every single item. I would like to be down to 1 serum. I was at 6 in the intro. I would like to be down to 1 face mask, and I was at 9 in the intro. I've definitely finished some here and there. Serums as well, I think I should already be lower than 6. Now with face tonic and mists, I just grouped them into 1 category. I was at 4 in the intro, and I would like to be down to 1. I'm now down to 2. 1 is like a potential declutter. I'm just gonna have to pause on it and come back to that. So this is the Me Plus Exfoliate BHA toner with 2% salicylic acid. It just really made my skin very, very sensitive, even though I only applied it once at night, once a week. And yesterday I used this in the afternoon before applying my makeup, and I put an SPF on top because it does recommend doing that here on the back of this bottle, and it just caused irritation to my skin. Like, it was very angry at me and sort of itching a little bit as well, just typical allergic reaction. I'm gonna put this away for a little bit and let my skin recuperate a little bit, and then I'm gonna give it 1 last shot. Maybe do that in a different season, like come autumn, winter, when my skin is a bit different. And if it still causes irritation, I'm just going to declutter it. And it does have a 12-month shelf life, so I wouldn't be comfortable passing this on to a friend anymore because I don't remember when I bought it. And then with body and hair oil, I was at 5 in my intro, and I'd like to be down to 1. I know I finished 1. So that's cool. I think I'm down to 4. With miscellaneous and all the other stuff that I put in here, I was at 27 in my intro, and I'd like to be down to 0 with that category. That's extra bits, but sometimes it's also like maybe a travel size body cream, but body cream isn't part of this project, if that makes sense. I just want to eliminate all of those extra bits that are taking up a lot of space. Yeah. And then final category, samples. I was at 15 in my intro, and I'm now today at 10. I did finish more than 5, but some new ones came in, and samples is obviously a category that, yeah, things come in every now and then. It's normal, I think, for that category to be fluctuating, but I will stop updating you on them once I'm down to 0, because I think it makes sense to just get rid of everything so that every time I get a new sample, I can just use it up, maybe put it into a project and use it within a couple of months of me receiving this, rather than stocking up on them and having them go bad potentially before I actually get to try them out. You already saw this one, but I've got the Lancaster 365 Skin Repair here. And do I have another one of this? Yeah, so I've got 2 of these left. I had 3. I've got one of the Elizabeth Arden 8-Hour Cream Skin Protectants, and I had 2 in the intro, I remember that. I had 3 of the Believe Aqua Bomb Jelly Cleansers, and I've now only got 1 left. And I think these are the only ones still left from the intro. These are the Elizabeth Arden Superstart Skin Renewal Boosters. 2 samples here. And then I've got 3 Garnier samples here. So these 2 are Vitamin C Glow Booster Serum and Vitamin C Daily UV Ultra Light Fluid Glow 50+ SPF. Oh. Might try and get to that one soon. And this one is the Hyaluron Barrier Repair Liquid Care with 12% glycerin and panthenol and hyaluronic acid. Speed translating here. Well, and my final sample, Basic Sensitive La Vera Moisturizing Cream. And this is for the face and body. I think this is for the face. I feel like I've had like, you know, the actual bottle of this before. So that's my samples. Still down 5, even though 4 new ones came in. So temporarily I was down to 6. So finally, I just want to share 6 random empties with you that aren't on this No Buy Project pan. So first up are 2 nail products, but they're not colored nail polishes. This is the Catrice Quick Dry Top Coat. I love this product. I've bought so many of them. I feel like I'm on my 5th bottle already. So yeah, this one is empty. And then also another empty, but this is a base coat and this is by Essie, so yay. And this one is an empty of the Naturally Radiant by Superdrug Gentle Face Cleanser with aloe vera and cranberry fruit extract. I adore this. This was a 150 ml bottle, so pretty as well, and I absolutely love this. I have bought backups of this. The scent on this, it really reminds me of L'Odyssée by Issey Miyake. Oh, love that perfume as well. It's such a nice face wash. But it was on offer, so I just stocked up. So now I think I've got 2 more bottles and I've already started using the other one. Daily use item. You will no doubt see this as an empty again. And I'm also tracking how long it takes me to go through these bottles now. So that would be interesting. And yeah, well, happily, this is holy grail item. I will buy this again and again and again and again. I love it. My only issue is with the packaging, in that it's really difficult to open the bottle. So I tend to open it with a towel before I actually wash my face, and my hands are wet, and then it's even harder to open. But other than that, 0 complaints about this product. Absolutely adore it. And I only use this at nighttime. I don't use a face cleanser in the morning. I don't want to ruin my beautiful skin's natural ability to replenish itself and, you know, heal itself overnight. I also have 2 hand cream empties here. So let's look at the smaller one first. This is L'Occitane. And this is the Almond Hand and Nail Cream. Really, really liked it. Just such a small bottle. I go through hand cream really quickly. I moisturize my hands several times a day. And yeah, so this didn't last very long. And this was my trusty sunflower hand cream with lavender for dry skin. And also cut into this and finished up everything that I could get to. So, one more empty, okay. I finished a shampoo, and this is the Cantu Shea Butter Sulfate-Free Cleansing Cream Shampoo for natural curls, coils and waves, and I really enjoyed this one. I've now got another Cantu shampoo that I'm using, but it's with avocado, so once I'm done with that one, I'll let you know. I feel like I used this one up a lot faster than my previous shampoos that lasted longer, even though there are like 400 mils in here. Maybe the other bottle was 500 mils, who knows. I think it was Moroccan Argan Oil shampoo, also sulfate free, because I don't use any silicone or sulfates in my hair. Haven't done that since 2019. So, and I don't dye my hair or use rinses or toners or anything like that. Completely embracing my grays that are here and there and only using as natural as products as I can get away with. I mean, it's hardly, you know, it's still got chemicals in there. It's not just natural ingredients, but as clean as possible, and it's serving my hair really well. I always had really, really dry hair, and it's like a lot healthier and shinier now that I've stopped using those harmful products in my hair. Yeah, it's doing a lot better since then, and it's a lot more shiny, which I appreciate as well. I think that's enough now. I am looking forward to updating you again, hopefully with more empties for all of the different categories. I'm excited to see what's going to happen with my makeup categories. I still have 10 makeup categories in here, including nail polish and eyeshadow palettes. And yeah, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna from now on split up my categories, my skincare categories, into those ones I listed earlier in this update today. Do let me know how you're getting on. Are you on a no-buy for all of makeup and skincare, or maybe just for certain categories? Where have you really been able to make a lot of progress over the course of 2025 so far? Thank you so much for watching all the way until the end. I hope you subscribe if you haven't done so already. And other than that, I hope you have a lovely rest of your day or night, wherever you are. And I'm sending you so much love. Take care. Bye.